Well, we all love to dress up and look trendy and happening at all times. But at the same time, we don't want to spend on expensive brands which burn a hole in our pocket. So what's the next option that we have? Well, there's Voonik to our rescue, and clothing and accessories e-tailer which is transforming the apparel industry with its unique artificial intelligence functionality to guide and help buyers buy clothes that look good on you and give a flattering look, and all at a very affordable price. Now here's a look at Voonik, and then we talk to the CEO. Voonik is India's largest fashion marketplace with a focus on personalization. With 30 million downloads and 40,000 selling partners on board, Voonik is on its way to becoming India's largest online fashion company. The company believes that anyone can be fashionable every day. And to deliver this promise, the e-commerce retail website has built a sophisticated stylist recommendation functionality. Using its in-house artificial intelligence platform, the e-tailer helps users discover the most relevant fashion that suits their body, lifestyle, personality, and most of all, budget. Welcome on our show, Sujayath. Of course, you've opened up, you're a co-founder of Voonik, and this e-commerce market, this e-commerce retailer has come a long way now. Tell us, how has this e-commerce market changed ever since Voonik came into being? And of course, you are a bit of a disruptor because you're bringing this artificial intelligence and personalization into apparel.
Started Voonik back in 2013 when actually e-commerce was in a downturn. There was a lot of bloodbath and there was a lot of negativity. I think now e-commerce has come to age. It has matured, given the sale of Flipkart to Walmart, given the success of Amazon, and given how like other vertical commerce players have picked up. I see a lot of positivity around e-commerce today, compared to the kind of negativity I saw around e-commerce in 2013 when we started up.
Right, of course, things have changed for in the past 3 years ever since Voonik took over, and there are so many e-commerce sites, be it Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, you name it, you look anywhere and you have e-commerce sites. So how does Voonik differentiate itself from the other e-commerce sites, and what is its USP?
When we started, we saw that there were fashion first destinations like Myntra who were primarily catering to metro-centric, fashion-forward customers, and only primarily dealing with the brands. So for customers who want affordable fashion, there was no fashion destination. They were probably relegated to buying from horizontals, which was a pretty bad experience. So we wanted to build a Myntra-like destination, but for affordable fashion. So today, like whatever supply you find in Voonik, you won't be able to find in Myntra, but the experience that you get will be very similar to what you see in Myntra. So probably Voonik is the only place where you can find affordable fashion, but without compromising on the fashion experience.
Right. So that's what puts Voonik apart from everybody else, that you are providing affordable but fashionable clothing to the people. And how exactly did the idea of Voonik come into your head? And also you've added this particular feature of artificial intelligence functionality, which is helping people guide them to buying clothes that flatter their fits.
When we started in 2013, it was slightly different idea. I primarily come from tech background, and I was a product manager at Amazon for most of my career.
Okay.
So I wanted to build an online style advisor using machine learning and artificial intelligence. And that's how we started Voonik initially, where we understand the customers through their browsing behavior and through their pictures, and recommend the right clothing and accessories to them. But once we started, we found that there was this big white space where there was no Myntra for affordable fashion, and we thought that was a much bigger opportunity, so we kind of moved towards this.
Right. So, of course, you are kind of filling in that space, that void that is left by other e-commerce sites. But what are the kind of challenges that you faced when you started off executing this idea of Voonik that you had in your head?
Yes, so when we started, as you know, like there were a lot of e-commerce companies, and pretty much like it was a graveyard of fashion companies, right? From Fashion and You to Fashion Ara to Zoe to there were so many companies which had shut down, and nobody was willing to invest in fashion. So it was very difficult for us to convince the investors, saying that this is still a big white space and fashion is still a high margin business. So that was one big challenge. And second was competing with horizontals who have very deep pockets, competing with them on the customer acquisition. So those were a few of the challenges.
So, who would you say is your target audience? Of course, you're targeting, of course, at you're providing affordable fashion, you're providing looks which are going to not burn a hole in our pockets. So, who exactly, when we take at this specific target audience, who are they?
So primarily we focus on who we call as everyday men and everyday women. She or he is the woman or man next door. They are primarily in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Even in the urban areas, they are probably more of a Sec B, Sec C kind of audience.
Right.
So these customers are looking for kurtis in the range of 400 to 500 or shoes in the range of 500 to 600. So primarily we focus on what we call as Bharat instead of New India. So and we built a fashion product for them.
All right. So tell me something. There are a lot of these young people who are wanting to become entrepreneurs. And what is your advice to these young budding entrepreneurs? What all things they should keep in mind before venturing into something like Voonik that you've created and it has become successful now?
The primary advice is to have conviction. So whatever idea we are starting with, there are going to be like hundreds of naysayers, and there will be a lot of people who will be rejecting your idea. So it's very, very important to have conviction in your idea. Be very clear on why you started this in the first place, why this company became your purpose, right? Only then you will be able to sail through all of that. And second, you will face a lot of difficulties when you run the company. There are going to be situations which will seem unsolvable, but I think if we keep at it, just like there is always a move, we can always figure something out. So I think that's the key advice I would give.
Yes, I think conviction is the matter. Conviction is something you actually need to have in yourself to sell anything, to bring about a change in the society, or to start off a venture for that matter. Well, thank you so much, Ali, for giving us that gyan, giving us this insight into Voonik. But with that, we come to the end of another segment of Urban Hustle. But stay tuned on NewsX because there's news and updates that continue to follow you.